report claims that Mayor LaToya Cantrell blocked several NOPD officers from being promoted last year, all to benefit one person.
Andres Fuentes looks at why and the mayor's response.
Back in February, NOPD promoted 4 officers, 2 to major and 2 to captain. However, the Civil Service Commission says they would have been promoted last year were it not for the actions of Mayor LaToya Cantrell. The commission says Cantrell delayed the promotions because she felt the NOPD heads who recommend officers for promotions were biased because they left off Lieutenant Sabrina Richardson. Richardson previously led NOPD's Public Integrity Bureau, which investigated the mayor's former bodyguard Jeffrey Bappy for allegations of payroll fraud and having an improper relationship with the mayor. In its latest report, the commission says the mayor intentionally halted the promotions by about 5 months.
The fact that civil service is calling out the mayor is really unprecedented.
Metropolitan Crime Commission watchdog Rafael Goyeneche says Richardson did not meet merit standards for promotion due to her demotion and 119-day suspension following a Lee Zurich investigation. Fox 8 uncovered Richardson was getting paid for NOPD work and a side security job at the same time. Goyeneche says the mayor allegedly blocking other NOPD officers from getting promotions due to Richardson not making the cut disrupts the promotion process NOPD must follow.
It was political meddling. It was in violation of the consent decree.
The bigger impact, detrimental impact, was to the promotional system itself.
Eric Hessler represents the Police Association of New Orleans, which was one of the organizations that argued these stalled promotions harmed officers who deserved them. And both he and Goyeneche question why the mayor did not reveal why she felt there was bias against Richardson to the commission.
The mayor invoked her Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination.
The mayor gave no information to show her claim of bias.
The report also found that Mayor Cantrell instructed NOPD Chief Ann Kirkpatrick to promote majors and captains without considering evaluations and scores from deputy superintendents, which is a violation of the federal consent decree. The commission says that Kirkpatrick refused to do so.
The legitimacy of how to get promoted.
Now, the mayor's office says that Cantrell did not interfere in the promotional process and says that it remains firmly committed to maintaining a fair, transparent, and merit-based promotions process. The NOPD chief, Ann Kirkpatrick, says that they prioritize integrity and adherence to the process, and the department will continue to uphold that standard.